Buckle up, football fans. It's time now for Toyota Talks. We now welcome in from the NFL Network, Good Morning Football Overtime. There he is. We carry Good Morning Football Overtime. Good to see you, Manti, former Irish NFL linebacker. Manti Te'o, part of Good Morning Football. Good Morning Football on Channel 50, Fox Chicago Plus, here from 12 until 2 every day in Chicago. Manti, Bears today sit atop the NFC North with the Lions. They've needed Caleb Williams to pull off comeback victories, and they have yet to beat a team with a winning record. So, are you in on the Bears?
I'm in on the direction they're going, Lou. I think what they've been able to show the past couple of weeks is their ability to win late in games. Not only to win late in games, but to come back from large margins. And I think that says a lot about Ben Johnson and what he's been trying to work on with the Bears for the X amount of months that he's been there. And I think that's a quality that not a lot of people give them credit for, because I've been a part of teams that have found ways to lose games. And I think Bears fans are very aware of the times when that was true. I don't think that is the truth anymore with Ben Johnson and these Bears. They've showed it multiple times this year. And so I'm definitely in on that aspect of them looking the part for sure.
Manti, I'm glad you brought that up, because it's a resilient group, man. We hear that they believe that if they're still close in a game in the fourth quarter, even if they're trailing, they believe that they can still win. Can you, as a former player, appreciate that? Do you remember that in your career where you believed in your teammates that you guys were still going to come back and win?
Listen, Lou, I've been a part of both programs. I've been a part of a program where we knew that no matter what the score is, that we're going to win the game no matter what. And then I've also been on the flip side where we would lose in the fourth quarter up 21 points, and we'd find a ways to lose. So I can definitely appreciate not only the work, but the amount of attention and detail and just constant grind that it takes to reverse that mindset. It truly is a mindset. And in order for you to break that culture, it takes a lot of work from everybody's standpoint, not just Ben Johnson. So I'm very, very happy for them, because it's definitely a better place to be when you're sitting on the sideline and you're looking at that clock tick down and it's in the fourth quarter, and you have that confidence that you're still going to be able to pull it out.
I'll tell you what, man, I really appreciate your player's perspective. Johnson's been critical, by the way, of his play calling recently. He was this week coming off the Sunday game against the Giants. Said that there were holes in his game plan. When a head coach at that, points the finger at himself when things need to be better, do the players appreciate that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the players, we love that, right? Because I think we've all, as players, had both coaches. I think if you just think about where he comes from, where Ben Johnson comes from Detroit, from Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell has always been a thumb pointer. Now, what I say by a thumb pointer, he's just always pointing it at himself instead of an index finger. There's also coaches that uses the index finger a lot, and those usually don't bode well for the good teams in the NFL. And there's a reason why the Bears are in the situation that they're in. It's because Ben Johnson will first look at the man in the mirror first and ask, hey, what can I do to be better? How can I get my defense, my special teams, my quarterback to play better, my running game to get better? And I will say this, Lou, this Bears team is taking on the identity that I think Ben Johnson has wanted them to take on. I've seen an approach to really focusing on the run game, and that late touchdown that Caleb Williams had last week was evident of that. I mean, Brian Burns crashed on that run action because the Bears were running the ball so well for the past few weeks. And so when you have that first, I think now as Ben Johnson, you can sit back and be like, okay, the foundation is being laid now. Now I can be creative. Now I can be the guy that people have seen me run all of these trick plays. But unless he's established that run game, he couldn't do a lot. But now that they have, I think, good things are to come.
Hey, my partner on Bears Game Day Live, our pregame show, Anthony Herron, played in the league like yourself. He said the way Caleb's avoiding sacks right now, you just referenced Brian Burns, and the way he's constantly spinning away from pressure, getting out of trouble. Didn't get sacked once by that Giants front four. You can say what you want about their run defense. That front four is filled with first-round picks who can get to the quarterback. It's funny, Anthony said that defensive coordinators are worried out there. If you were still playing, would you be worried about chasing around a guy like Caleb Williams?
Yeah, it's frustrating because the truth of it, Lou, is there's no coverage that can beat an extended play. I mean, there's no DB that can stick with a receiver Romo Dunze, DJ Moore. Like there's no you could stick the best DB out there on these guys, and if the play goes beyond 4 seconds, good luck. Like there's just it's impossible to stay with the receiver that long. So from a defensive standpoint, it does create a different wrinkle into the game prep that you would have to go through in order to combat somebody like Caleb Williams and his running ability.
You think this is a transition year for this Bears team, Manti, or have they already transitioned at least through the first half of the season, and now they're going to make a run for it?
You know, Lou, I would say this, and I don't say this to get all the to give false hope to the Bears fans. I think they are still in transition, and that's a beautiful thing because you're still winning games, but you're still not there yet. And when I say that, I'm not saying it from a spectator's point of view. I'm just saying from what I see in Ben Johnson and what I know Dennis Allen can do from a defense. They're playing really good football. They're not at their best yet. And that's a scary thing, right? If you're the opponents that have to play a team like the Chicago Bears, they're starting to take on the identity of that city a little bit of the old school Chicago Bears where they're playing very, very physical brand of football. I think it's scary to know that they're still in that transitioning phase. And so I'm anxious to see what that product looks like when they're done in this transitioning phase. I think it'll be something that we'll all love to watch.
We all are. Last minute, is it payback time for the Bears in Minnesota this Sunday?
You know what's so funny is I think they have a great shot, and the reason why I say that is if we go back to week one, it's quite the opposite of what's happened the past 2 weeks. The Bears were dominating that game for 3 quarters, the first game, and then they found a way to lose it in the fourth. Well, the Bears in week 10 and week 9 are different, right? They're Bears that have come back late in games. And so I think the script will be a little different for them, knowing what they've had to go through the past couple of weeks and what they've showed all of us their abilities to do late in games.